are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 232, and we are finally concluding hashtag Titan Week here. And we couldn't end it with none other than the boss man himself. We have Billy Fetzke in the building. Good evening, sir. How are you feeling, man? How's everything?
Tired, man, tired. First and foremost, before we get into that, man, this has been an awesome Titan week from Respect to Craft. I can't thank you enough for all the podcasts. And I mean, every night has been just rocking and rolling. From the bottom of my heart, man, thank you.
No, definitely. Again, we've spoken on countless occasions. I always said I'm willing to do this for Titan. Always love his support. It's been a pleasure, and definitely let's end this strong here. But let's
Hell
go to
yeah. But
chat
to
for a
go
sec.
back to that, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It's my 18th day out. I was supposed to be home already this morning. Had a little bit of a mishap last night. I mean, legitimately till the wheels fall off on the trailer, and took a little time for the shop to get it done. But it was 4:30, and I'm here in Asheville now getting unloaded. I don't know, but you're gonna see me wind up working as soon as I'm done washed out. But but it's we're gonna finish this strong, and I got to get back, pack my gear, get all my stuff together, and right up to Jersey I go.
There we go. It's definitely again. It's been no all gas, no breaks with this one. We already got people rolling in. We got Nettie in the chat. We got Frankie Picard in the chat. We got Casey Lakin with Billy. And Billy, I'm not gonna. I know you're tired. I know all that, but I'm not
Ah,
gonna.
man, I'm excited.
I've been shooting straight here. I've been asking the hard hitting questions. I'm gonna start with that with you before we talk about the full day Saturday. I got to get to the bottom of you and the deadly sins. I know again, everyone's been pointing fingers, everyone's been spreading rumors. I'm not one for rumors. I want to get straight to the point with you. What is it, Billy? Are you affiliated? I thought you are the boss man, like I said, but are you a higher power as well? What's going on here, Billy? What are these papers you also mentioned yesterday?
It's just that, right? Rumors, people
Yeah.
talk, you know. That's exactly what they do, and they can put a spin um, on anything. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can put it say 6 o'clock at night, and they'll put, oh, Billy said it's 10 o'clock at night. So
Yeah.
it doesn't. You can put a spin on anything. Um, what you see and what is real is sometimes is really not the deal, right? So before I get into it, I just want to make sure I'm not going to have no deadly sins popping up in this, right?
Oh, no, no,
Like
no.
there's no, no, no,
I
no I,
We are
I
going to
just
be like I've promised every single person that's been on. This is solely the person that's been promoted to be on.
because
We'll be
they have
having
a
a
habit of
conversation.
yeah, they have a habit of doing that, and just like I'm not.
No, no. This
But
is going to be
as
solely
far as
solely your episode here, Mr. Fetsky. So,
me being a deadly sin, I am not a deadly sin. I've been saying it. The deadly sins, they like to put out there that I am, that I'm a part of it, that I'm, like as you said, as a higher power. No, you know. So are they a very talented group? Absolutely. A very talented faction. There's no doubt about it. I mean, just look at them, and they come with a lot of controversy, and they come with a lot of. Um, it's not easy to corral, right? So, and but again, they're like uh, little manipulators because they can make people believe, and they tried to make you believe of about bracing the sins, and they almost had you. They almost they almost had you because they have constantly with that. They're making people believe of the mistreatment of Titans, and
yeah, I'm not going to lie. Again, they've been they're very good manipulators. They're very good at suggesting certain things. I've said it with the few episodes I've had them on. I was starting to see certain things, but again, we try to stay as neutral and cordial as possible here.
absolutely, but
So it's
it's all intelligence, right? And
yeah.
Frankie's very extremely intelligent, and the rest of the deadly sins are as well. I'm not getting in the middle of their thing with Daniel Riley. I know Daniel Riley has said it multiple times. He tried to reach out. I won't answer him. I'm not getting in the middle, right?
Yep.
So if I was a higher power, everybody be able to get in touch with me. See, there's the hypocrisy. People are claiming that they're trying to get in touch with me, but yet they're claiming I'm a part of. See my
It's
point?
very, yeah, it's very, again, to again, like I said, I was listening to what they had to say because I have to be
Of
a
course.
neutral party here. I have to be able to give everyone the same amount of respect. This is why, again, when I said I will be asking you all these questions on your time here. So again, see, we were able to clear this up. It's all hearsay. It's all rumors, and like people should learn, not everything you see on the internet is true, ladies and gentlemen. So see, this is what we
Exactly.
wanted.
Even
This
with
is what we
that,
wanted to
those
get to here.
and I know you brought up the papers, and
Yeah.
I don't want to miss anything, right? Because I'm not hiding anything.
Yes.
There's full transparency when it comes to this. The only thing is because legally I am not able to say what's on those papers.
Okay.
So only Frankie can. But eventually, either Frankie will tell the truth of what's on those papers, or it will dark always comes to light, and people will realize and they will know what's on that paper. So if you want to say, well, maybe I'm the higher power with those papers, maybe. However, but I know what's on the truth of those papers. Nobody else does. He does too. But I cannot speak about him. Only he can.
Understood. Again, I want to see what's going to be happening with that, but here we go. Let's go to the comments for one sec. We have just saying, "Hey Billy, what's going on, my guy?"
My guy,
We got
imagine that.
Frankie Picard saying, "Come on, Billy, tell the truth." He's telling the truth. Again, I believe Mr. Fetzke would not lie to me here on my own show. We
Of
got
course
Brock
not.
saying, "Let him marinate, Billy," with some evil emojis there. And we have someone that's been a little nicer on the show here. We got Daniel Alexander saying, "Yo, OG, much respect
What's up,
there."
baby boy?
Again,
Daniel
my
Alexander, bro. I love him to death.
my apologies to Daniel Alexander earlier. He might have taken some things that I said a little out of context, so my apology again to him. No disrespect meant. Let's see. Casey Lycan saying, "As someone that hates the sins seem very protected by Titan." See this, and this is where we're going with this. A lot of speculation now on you're almost protecting the deadly sins here, Billy.
How am I? So if you go back onto the Titan social medias, you see KC liking. He goes up to them and he challenges them for Daniel Riley's freedom, right? Any of the sins. What he fails to realize, and this is where I don't know that I guess call him a psycho. I don't know. This is where so you open the door. Frankie Picard is very smart. You're playing with a master chess player. You're not playing with somebody who's that's not very thought out. All right. So yes, you wanted a deadly sin or any one of them. Yes, any one of them. Who does Frankie pick? Daniel Riley. But see now when Frankie, you'll see a little bit of clip. Frankie comes up to me, whispers in my ear, and I went, "Oh, you're right, right." I shook on it. It's because Frankie had turned around and said, "I can speak about this." That Frankie turned around and said, "Well, if Casey asks for any of the deadly sins, is it all of us?" I said, "Well, you know what? Good idea. Right, I'm with it, especially with a stipulation. Well, I'm a businessman. Something's got to make sense. Let's make it happen." You understand? It's I got
No,
sometimes I
and
got to
again,
push my stuff to the side, but
no, definitely. Again, it's understood, and again, like I spoke to Frankie yesterday, unfortunately, that is part of the deal. It is part of Daniel Riley. Unfortunately, knew what he was betting. He bet on getting that victory to possibly get a tag team championship shot. Now, even if at his own restraint, he is a member of the Deadly Sins. So it is what it is currently.
right. So when KC wanted the match and he went up to them, it was any of the deadly sins. Well, you got one of the deadly sins. Daniel Riley has to honor exactly what he put on the table. There's nothing. What would you like me to do? Would you like me to sit down with them and go, "Oh, come on, guys, I was, it was a fallacy, whatever." Nothing. When you're a man of your word, you're a man of your word. Just as I was. That's it.
Mhm. And here we go. Daniel Alexander. Again, he just stated what's going to happen with those papers. We have just
Only
saying
Daniel
saying
can.
Gaslighting. I'm just saying. I don't think he's gaslighting. Again, he's just explaining his truth here, explaining the situation. What's going on, Matthew? Saying, "Yo, Billy." Block stating, "I will spill the tea on what's on those papers Saturday." So I guess we'll
Well,
finally find out what's on those
finally,
papers on Saturday. So if you guys need to be there this weekend to see what will be going down, hey, we have Mr. Alex Aceta in the chat saying, "Billiam, real recognize real." There you go. Shout out
real
to Alex.
recognizes real. Shout out, Alex. Thank you, man. I'm super excited for the return of Invictus, man. I can't wait.
There we go. Oh, and here we go. We got Daniel Alexander saying, "Raymond, no disrespect taken at all. I apologize to you, my brother. Them sin got me hot taking my brother from me." It's again, I understand. Again, there's a lot going out, a lot of emotions. We saw the same from Casey Lakin yesterday. I know you saw Billy. There was a lot of words being spread out, unfortunately, because of what the Sins are doing. So it's definitely making a lot of just misinformed statements being made because of the
There's
Sins.
a it's more than just the sins, right? I mean, the passion and the just a sheer it's just a sheer passion and everybody's feelings and the competition here and it's getting a little worse and it's getting a little more fired up at this point because they know the free for all's coming.
Yeah, that is
Free for all
happening.
Saturday. My ass will be planted on the table. You understand? And I will be watching who's in that ring. Now, will I open up spots for Titan? Absolutely. Will I replace people who ain't doing nothing for Titan? Absolutely. See, it's who's hungry. And if you look at the Titans that are here, man, if you look over the past few days with your podcast, you obviously can tell who's hungry, right? So it's yeah, so I'm gonna be watching that. You know, PJ's got his own thing with Chosen. You know, we have awesome companies that are coming there to scout talent as well. I can assure you, with the amount of emails that I've been getting and everything I've been getting, we are going to legitimately double of what we did last year. So, I mean, yeah, absolutely, all day. And, um, you know, so yeah, it is ramping up a little bit, especially when it comes to about a free for all. So, but Deadly Sins like to take things over. And if you notice, especially with the comments here, like Deadly Sin, Deadly Sin, Deadly Sin, this is what they like to do.
Yeah,
They're
they've
like a
been taking over my
virus.
comment section like crazy, and they've again, I have to allow them to do what they must, as again being neutral party for all grounds here. But let's talk a little bit about that. Let's talk about just what this means Saturday. We've talked to multiple Titans, just what the huge opportunity this is on Saturday, with the free for all. So for you, Billy, just I commend you on opening your doors like this. Again, you don't have to do something like this. You have your stacked roster. You have the Titans strong. They're killing it. They're going to be doing it on Saturday with another level, with the Danger Zone tapings. But you open your doors to something like this, and not only for yourself and for the company, but you're allowing scouts from multiple companies, over 20 already announced, that are going to be there. The likes of Wrestling is now, the likes of Kaiju Pro Wrestling, the likes of Bree Combination Wrestling, just so many more. My apologies to those that it's off the top of my head. I can't remember every amazing company that's going to be there, but it's just again showing that opportunity for so many talent that again that ask at times, how do I get a shot? How do I get seen? An opportunity like this is right there in front of them.
It means the world to me. I mean, we did it. I mean, I know they touched on it already, but our very first free for all was during COVID, and PJ, Jacko, Daniel Alexander, Face, Bougie, among others, came from that very first free for all. Second one we did, we didn't have a tryout for that. We just ran a show as a free for all show online. Last year's was successful. PJ ran that one, and now PJ and his team is running this one. PJ going heavyweight champion on this one. Again, looking for a complete roster for Chosen. It means the world. It means the world to give that opportunity. Um, and I Words can't describe how many messages or emails I've had wrestlers, no joke, go to my ticket link and email me from the ticket link about bookings. So
I
I
can
mean,
only imagine just the craziness. And again,
it's
with an
awesome.
opportunity like this, it now gives you that though. It gives you there's no more need of DMing, nothing like that. This is you
No,
want to get seen, especially by the likes of Billy, by the whole team at Titan. This is where you come. That is going to be this Saturday. It begins at 8 a.m. And again, it is no excuse because you look at that registration fee, it's free. So again, show up. It is going to be an opportunity. It's already been announced for Danger Zone alone. 9 separate opportunities. 9 of the standouts will be chosen to be a part of this Danger Zone taping. So it's definitely an opportunity right there. And you never know who's watching, what those scouts will be picking. And you never know. This could come from just one opportunity, multiple opportunities can come out of this.
see, this Danger Zone taping is extremely exciting. I'm so excited for this. This is pun intended, right? I'm gonna do exactly what PJ did. Pun intended. This is another level to Titan. Um, it's not a pre-show. It'll never be a pre-show again. It is strictly. It's only for its taping. We are focused on currently right now once a month. We're eventually going to make it every other week, and hopefully, as time goes on and the followers increase and things, as it becomes more successful, you can bet your bottom dollar that Danger Zone will be a weekly TV thing. Um, that's our goal. That's our focus. We're not stopping. Danger Zone will go to other states as we will go. I have a lot in the works when it comes down to that. I already have an account with a company I get a box trucks from. I've been in contact with airlines. Excuse me. Thank you. All done? Ooh, I'm all done. See.
There we
So,
go.
um, so I've been, in contact with airlines, with their entertainment division. We'll start working on corporate hotels. So things are really starting to a lot of doors opened up, especially after Shriners. Again, thank you to the Shriners Children's Hospital for trusting us into doing this. Um, Not only that, but the boys and girls that did all this, for Shriners, and it just it fires me up, it motivates me, right? It keeps me going to go, okay, what can we do more now? What's the
Gotcha.
future? Why am I'm not looking at tomorrow. I'm looking at a year from now. I'm looking at 2 years from now. I don't sacrifice what I sacrifice daily for nothing.
Gotcha.
I see the end game, and I see how hungry these guys are, and I see how guys and girls are, and the truth be told, I'm excited to see them this weekend. I really am. I'm excited to see everybody. We got 3 events in one day. You got a free for all. You got a danger zone taping, which is going to be continuous, and you've got another level, which is the main show at night. 3 things in one day. You're talking from setting up Friday night to 8 a.m. We start, and we don't probably stop until midnight. Only Titans can do that.
And again, I commend you on that because again, look, you're talking about so many days out, just doing your normal grind, your actual shoot here, and putting in that effort, putting in that sacrifice to then continue for a whole 2 days basically. Because it isn't we're doing this Saturday and that's it. It's starting tomorrow night with the setup. It starts tomorrow night. We're putting in the groundwork to a whole day thing on Saturday. It's insanity.
You know what it is, Raymond? I'm gonna really be honest. And I'm sorry you can't see me, but
No,
I'm
no,
under
it's all
the
good.
I'm under the hoses right now.
It's all
Um,
good.
you know, I've been out 18 days currently in this truck, keeping things going, right? So I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna do the three stint. I'm gonna go back. Immediately go back to North Carolina. Like I'm not sticking around. Just to come back to get back in the truck again for 30 days straight. So I worked this hard, but I expect Titans to work just as hard. You
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
And that's that's what Titan is. You work hard. You're either gonna succeed or you're gonna fail. And you know what? I ain't doing all this for failure. And I sure the hell don't have failures with me. Why? Because I associate with leaders. That's what I associate. I don't associate with followers. I never have, and I never will. So when you have leaders and a roster of leaders and the people around you, such as like yourself, Raymond, who is a leader, you know, it, yeah, you stay motivated, you stay hungry, you stay pushing the brand and the people that are with you. I mean, Titan kids, them kids are putting every show, putting out promo. They're working hard. Titan kids, man, I love them to death. Um, the production for Titan, as far as our video and all that, had bar none. Um, a lot of it is hard work, and it really is. And I don't really want to go into what it takes because it does. It takes a lot, but it's a
No,
whole
definitely.
team. I mean,
Yeah.
Danny Walsh, and then the commentators and the wrestlers, and David Adams has been here for years, and like if you look at the overall growth, it's phenomenal.
No, and that's something I've said as a constant. It's you see the evolution. You see the people I've had on here that have been with Titan and have proven to be that Titan strong. You see their evolution there. You see the guys like as much as you give them whatever the deadly sins they have shown to be as manipulative at times they could be. They've shown to be Titan strong. They've been hardworking in their own ways, but they've shown to be in that mentality. A guy that again, no stranger to me, and it's no secret. One of my best friends, Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, he has been one of those guys that's proven as a former Titan heavyweight champion. He has had that mentality of Titan strong. You look at again
Doctor,
the current champion, PJ
yeah,
Savage, just what they bring, what they assist with the brand.
Anthony Gangone, legitimately the opener, the opening match, the debut of Titan Championship, the pioneer of Titan Championship Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like that day one, you had Anthony Gay going, you had Waylon Cage, I believe was first half main, and then you went right into the main event, which was Steve Mack. So you know what I'm saying? Three pioneers for this company. David Adams is there day one.
Yep.
So another pioneer. So like it's there's a lot, and I take pride that nothing's ever stopped us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, we had the lockdown, but if you really want to look at it, like, when fans buy tickets, fans know they're getting a show.
This
And,
is true.
we don't cancel. There's no BS. I mean, we out there and we work hard and we take pride in that. And that's something, that is tight and strong.
It definitely is. Again, and we see it, but here we go. We mentioned him, and just like that, he appears. My good friend Anthony Gangone saying, "Sorry, I'm late. I wanted to be like our champion PJ Savage." Alluding to, unfortunately, PJ was a little late to our conversation earlier in the night, but it's all good. We had a nice conversation with PJ Savage, but we have Anthony Gangone here, and Billy, you know what? That segues into this. I do want to talk a little bit about my friend here and this new alliance he has formed with Aaron Roxas, a man that even last night you even said you didn't want here in Titan. And unfortunately now
Correct.
it seems he's here to stay because I would assume by retiring Johnny Moran, he takes over the spot Johnny Moran had here at Titan Championship Wrestling.
That's the agreement. Absolutely. He did retire Johnny Moran. It definitely, it hurt. I'm not going to lie. It did hurt. I don't know what got into Mr. Anthony Gangone. I don't. I've yet to actually really sit there and analyze it and figure it out. But what I've been watching, I think is another It's another person that is mind gamed by Aaron Roxas. I mean, do we not see the trend? I mean, you got to look at the trend. You got to look at the constant of it. Now I'm worried about who else is going to fall for that. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Raymond. When I watched that podcast with Aaron Roxas, I had chills. I had chills. Like
You and me both. I tried to contain myself having the conversation with
I was
Mr.
mortified.
Roxas, and
Mortified.
again, I tried to stay as cordial as possible. Tried to make sure I do not say anything that would get me into a situation because we've seen what Aaron Roxas is capable in the past. But and I even said it last and again, Anthony Gangone is my brother, is my best friend, but I don't know what's gotten into Anthony Gangone, and that is
I,
scary to me.
I don't know. And as much as I do love and value and adore and everything else Anthony Gingo, I don't know why he is. I understand. I got it because they explained the message.
Yes.
Um, but what are they going to do Saturday to really implement the message that I can't already control? Right. So this is where my thought process is going. Okay. Well, I guess even with myself, it remains to be seen on Saturday. There's so many things that are going on this Saturday that missing this is it'd be brutal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there's a lot of moving parts into the show.
No, there definitely is. And again, like we said, it starts 8 a.m. It starts the day. It's going to be insanity with that free for all. It continues later on in the day with those Danger Zone tapings. And then we get into the main event of it all with another level later on in the night. But I'm going to go to the chat just for a little bit here. As
Absolutely.
hello to Adriana in the chat saying hi. There you go. Thank you for the love
Hello,
and
Adriana.
support here. But we continue with this because when it comes to another level, we talk about just the stat card there, top to bottom. Again, multiple championship matches, multiple opportunities, the whole day there. But we talk about this because we're gonna go into it. We just had him on the show. Billy, your thoughts on that main event match when it comes to just the emotional connection, just the whole degree of a 30-minute iron match for that TCW heavyweight championship, that Funhouse Wrestling heavyweight championship, Jay Bougie versus PJ Savage. Again, you've seen what PJ has gone through. You've seen that growth. You've seen that evolution of him. But to now go in there with someone that he's gone up and down the roads with, a man that he considered a brother. Your thoughts seeing these two collide on Saturday?
If right, so listening to that podcast that PJ was on just before me, and which I've already known the history of all of them more intimately with PJ and Jacko, right? Um, it's volatile. It really is. Like it's very concerning. And when I put out a post it was a couple days ago, and I said, well, I'm sure Beverly MS are going to be busy. Their crews are going to be busy. I wasn't BSing either. There was no hype to that. It was like how how personal is this really going to get? I, they are going to nearly kill each other, and that's how personal this is. And just listening and just looking at the PJ's facial when you were talking about it, to know he's not going in this. This is different. This is just this is hit different. And Bougie, if you know Bougie's a talker, man. He's out there on that internet and he could talk his brains out and he could let it out. But Bougie's been real quiet. That's scary.
It, and it's something where that episode I just did with PJ Savage, I think I cracked the code with it, and it's that he's gotten into the mind of PJ Savage. Bougie has not
Absolutely.
had to say anything more than just the statement he did at the previous event, and it's gotten to
That's what
PJ.
I've been saying.
It got to
Absolutely.
PJ because you saw that last episode I just did. PJ went on a whole tirade there, and I think that unfortunately that is something right there where Bougie kind of has a win right now over PJ Savage. He's already psychologically winning this battle, unfortunately for PJ Savage.
Raymond, Bougie knows PJ. You understand? He's like how do I put it? It's like you got to be like a scientist to actually understand PJ, especially in the ring. So Bougie understands that. He knows that. And then the fact of could Bougie very well could. Let me tell you, uh, Bougie could take everything away from PJ. And I think deep down inside, I think PJ knows it. I think. And it's got it just yeah, of course he's gonna go to tirade. PJ's gonna go to tirade. And Bougie being real silent about things is so I'm gonna be out there, I'm gonna be watching that very closely. I do have several other people that in case I have to break things up, I will. Um it's it is yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Again, it is a insane way to even cap off again the insanity that is going to be Saturday, and that is again just one of the matches on the same show. You have that ambulance match, and Billy, the history of the ambulance match in Titan Championship Wrestling, the last one being Monster Mac and Low Life Louie, the insanity that was, and those were two guys that were as close as brothers. You have this one. There is no love lost between these two. Jeff Noyes
Yeah.
and Face. Your thoughts on this one? And I hope the insurance is paid off for the venue on Saturday, Billy, because I
oh
spoke to Jeff Noyes earlier today, and I think I might have angered him just a little bit more. My apologies.
no, I did see that, and I think you did. So as soon as that podcast was done, I called my broker. I upped it to 2 million aggregate. So thank you. I had to put a rider on that. But again, uh, Jeff Noyes, it's Titans beast. That's what I said. I'm not denying it. Undoubtedly, Titans biggest beast here. Right? There's no doubt. Um, but face body slammed the beast. Now what? So this this one, and then now you got the brains, legitimately the mind and the brains of SP. Don't sleep on SP. I've seen that firsthand. Um, it's another one that I don't get along with, but I don't get along with because you just don't sleep on SP.
And SP has been very now vocal now that he has the American Kaiju with him. He's definitely more he's quicker to say certain things that I don't think SP should be saying. He even said some questionable things about General Manager Mac on this week's episode, and I'm like, I don't know if you should say these things, SP. Again, I get it. You have Jeff Noyes with you, but we've seen his history, unfortunately, when SP's around the ring.
Well, you got oil and water, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's really what those two are, and this is Titan. Men handle it themselves.
this is
So,
true. This is true.
and that's I just leave it at that. But um, at the same time, right? You know, you have Flash Carter, great kid, great kid. He wanted to do
Very
everything cut and
promising.
dry,
Yeah.
down the middle. Absolutely, the kid's definitely gonna be a heavyweight champion one day. And let me tell you, a phenomenal kid, but he doesn't want his dad's cheating ways, the way his dad's doing things. And and I watched that podcast thoroughly, and it's. I'm just hoping, that SP doesn't hurt
I saw that already
Flash in the long
affect
run.
them because when I had the conversation with them earlier today, and I saw that disagreement, I see Flash is trying to again do it the right way. He's trying to prove why he is here at Titan. He's trying to prove why he wants to be again a promising young talent. And SP and Jeff Noyes are almost like trying to belittle that and make it so they can create Flash Carter in their own image here, and I feel like that's going to be their downfall eventually. But again, that's
Absolutely.
just
And Flash was saying that. Flash was saying that. I just it's mind boggling.
again we shall see what happens with that one. But I do want to keep going here with a little more of the card because there's
Absolutely.
another great matchup that will be happening on that night there. and that is this one that it features another man that was a part of that free for all with Trey Felipe going head to head with Joey Conway. And your thoughts on these two, Billy? Because I definitely have high regard for both. Joey Conway has been killing it as of late all over the scene, currently holding two world championships in his own right. And Trey Felipe, another one that he's doing so much already, and he's still so young in his career.
Oh, absolutely. And again, I'll double down exactly what you just said. I hold him with high regards as well. I think, Trey Felipe reached out to General Manager Mac, and they wanted competition. He wanted a match on the show, and he wanted competition. He wanted to be here at Titan Championship Wrestling. And coincidentally, same thing, Joey Conway. And I mean, when you have two guys, no opponents, and they want that stiff competition, well, there you go. Hey, General Manager Mac. I mean, what a decision to make for the first time putting those two together. I mean, I can't wait to see that match as well.
Definitely, that's going to be one I can't wait to see. Just that clash of styles there. Trey Felipe definitely more of that high flyer, definitely more fast paced. Joey Conway more of that brute strength, a lot more methodical in there. But it's going to be one I can't wait to miss. Uh, I love how the Deadly Sins again are just trying to take over the chat, but I
Oh
digress.
my God, they don't stop.
We're gonna continue here because I also want to talk about this. We had the challenger on this week in Tiffany Avatar, but that Goddesses of War championship here, as we have Marie Valdomina defending her championship there against Tiffany Avatar. Your thoughts on this, Billy? Because you even mentioned there is a possibility. Could we see a new champion walk her way into the big event later in April?
Could we? You never know. This could go so many ways with these two. And there's a different side of Tiffany that I seen during that interview
Yes.
that, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it concerning, but it was on another level.
I
So,
feel like I've done that to a lot of people this week. For some reason, again, like I said, I'm just trying to ask the questions that I think the people want to hear, and it's brought out a different side to every single guest I've had this week for some reason.
and you did a heck of a job because I'm starting to see things in people that I haven't seen before. And that's awesome.
Yeah. So definitely, again, that's a match where I said it. It's going to be there's so many elements going into, like Tiffany said, her unfortunately being cheated out the last time she had a chance to face Marie in there is going to be one that I don't want to pick a side in this. Like I say, I try to remain as neutral as possible, but we might be seeing a new champion when it comes to this Saturday's another level event. But we
Right.
continue here, Billy, because I also want to hear about these two, another two athletes that are making their trying to make their statements here. As you have Mr. James himself, Evander James, going head to head with Michael Fain, and these two again, like even Max said, come from that similar pedigree, come from a similar background, and both looking to prove why they are part of those killers that Mac was asking for out of the Titan roster.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Michael Fain has made a name for himself here now. Like, I mean, he's been tearing it up. You can't hurt feelings. Well, your feelings can't get hurt when Michael Fain hits you with facts.
And it's so true. Again, I've had Michael Fain on here. I've seen what he's about. He's someone that speaks it, but he definitely proves it in the ring. He's someone that can walk the walk, talk the talk. And again, it's scary because he's still very young into his career. And
Oh
already the
yeah.
matches he's had, though, he's proven it, though. Even in loss, he's shown he belongs. He's shown he's a part of that Titan Strong for a reason. And a match like this with someone with a little more time in the business than him, we're definitely going to see what happens between these two and what could, again, it's that iron sharpens iron mentality.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're on the danger. Well, on the danger zone, we put it out there that you'll get to know intimately Mr. James Evander James through the entertainment lounge with Harry Tarjanian. Um, so that'll be up on Titan social media, on Titan YouTube. But stemming off of what we've seen at the Shriners event, the debut of Evander James, even though he wasn't successful against Jay Bougie, will he pull off the victory against Michael Fain? So now this is something you want to see.
This is true. Again, this is going to be something, or again, it's now that opportunity to make that statement, make that moment, and we shall see what happens this Saturday at another level, but also see what he says when it comes to that danger zone opportunity earlier in the day. But speaking of danger zone, again, those opportunities, because Billy, again, it's insane to see because you are two of the standouts from that free for all later earlier in the day are going to get a shot at those TCW tag team titles. Billy, how did that come about? Because this is insane to me that not only again are this amazing opportunity, but now being chosen to get a tag team title shot day one in.
Well, from what I understand, and then obviously I see the registry of the free for all. There's going to be some very, very talented tag teams there. So I can only imagine who is going to be chosen to get put in a ring with the Deadly Sins. Now, from what I understand, there's a little bit of I guess you want to call it social influence that's got their eyes set out. I know there's two guys that are uh, a part of the workforce that are have their eyes set out. So I wanted to separate. Well, first of all, I didn't really want, you know, um, with all that action on another level, I wanted those tag team titles to be spotlighted and shown on Danger Zone. I
Understood,
mean,
definitely.
do you know what I'm saying? I listen, regardless of how much of a pain in the ass Deadly Sins is, and they are. Frankie Picard and Blocks, I've been just chopping it up, right? So, and um, now it's going to start getting more a little stiffer competition for them to defend those belts. It is, what's going to come out of that free for all. I wanted to showcase that on Danger Zone.
Gotcha. And again, it adds that unpredictability. We don't know what could possibly happen. We don't know. Again, you definitely know. You know who could possibly be a part of that free for all. It leaves the Deadly Sins at an opportunity. They don't know. They're in a situation they haven't been before, and that is that unknown of who could possibly step into the ring with them later on in that night. And this is something to prove to everyone that is speculating you protect the Deadly Sins here. You've kept it vague. You've kept it to you're not giving them any information here. So if you were this quote unquote higher power, you could just tell them, hey, these are the guys you might be facing, so you can study up and do tape.
There you go, Raymond. See, now you're starting to open up your eyes and starting to realize that whole manipulation of embrace the sins. See, I had a conversation with two good friends of mine, Riker and Bubbles. And, I talked to them and they was listening to Coco Melon. It was crazy. But they were singing Mother Duck said quack, quack, quack. And, but it was funny. But I was listening to them and, but they made sense of it just like you did. If I already knew, if I was the higher power, and if I already knew, I'd be prepping them. And of course, they're going to make it out to be that I was, right? But they're again, that's all they do is this.
Yep, because and it continues here because even Adam Ace now saying he's calling you the puppeteer here. Just it keeps going. They keep allowing this to happen here, but it's again we're just gonna allow them to continue to comment here like they can. They're available to. Thank you guys for the social engagement. It helps. It helps the
Well,
video.
because I can't be left alone. I can't be
Yeah.
left alone. I couldn't be left alone on Thanksgiving. They had to ruin my Thanksgiving. They had to ruin my Christmas. They every time I'm on a podcast, they got to sabotage it. Do you understand? Like my phone blows up, but then they mad at me because I don't answer them. Well, I'm not going to.
I from us at least we apologize here, Billy from Respect the Craft here, but I know,
Respect the
yeah,
cat.
you see, it's they're
It
frustrating us here.
is.
It's
I'm telling
frustrating.
you, it's
So from
aggravating. I'm starting
Respect
to
the
sweat.
Craft here, we apologize for that. But again, Billy, we don't want to take up too much more of your time here because you are still on that busy run. You're still trying to get there, but we appreciate your
Brother.
time and we appreciate you for allowing us to do this amazing week here to promote all things Titan and to get ready for this insane weekend. Which once more we're going to let everyone know that's watching. Saturday, it begins 8 a.m. It is going to be the free for all for all trained professionals. Make sure you register now. It is free. So make your way this weekend. Amazing opportunities. So many scouting opportunities there with so many amazing promotions. And again, 9 spots for that Danger Zone taping that will be happening later on in the evening. Make your way there. Be there for Titan Presents Danger Zone. This is going to be the first of many tapings to come. And then later on in the evening, the main event of it all, another level with a stacked card top to bottom, which we know that main event will be a 30-minute Iron Man match featuring your TCW and Funhouse Wrestling heavyweight champion PJ Savage defending against Jay Bougie, an ambulance match featuring Big Jeff Noise versus Face, that Goddesses of War Women's Championship being defended by Marie Valdomina against Tiffany Avatar. Daniel Alexander defending that lightweight championship against Justin Bon Jovi. You have brother versus brother with Casey Lycan versus Daniel Riley. Evander James versus Michael Fain. Joey Conway versus Trey Felipe. Cronin versus Stan Michaels. And then also in action will be spreading their message, Aaron Roxas and Anthony Gangone, but you're also your champions. You're a Mob Fight American champion, Jay Outcast, and your current reigning and defending TCW middleweight champion, Jocko, will both be in action as well. Billy, thank you so much again for joining us here. To everyone that is watching, don't forget to go follow.
Yep. 2 things. One, I'm still here, and the North Carolina boys are coming to try to sabotage. So we're on guard for that. So, I mean, will the North Carolina boys be there? Oh, you got to be there to see. And 2, I see a lot of whining and crying from Magic about how he's not on the show. Just that. You're not. But I know he's going to be there. So, definitely like to talk to you, Magic. Absolutely.
There you go. So for Magic, there's your response. He will be seeing you Saturday. But again, make sure you are following Titan Championship Wrestling on their social media right there on Instagram, Titan Championship Wrestling. Follow them on Twitter, X, whatever you like to call it, at Titan Champions 1. Make sure you get your tickets by following the link in the description down below. Billy, thank you so much again to everyone watching. This has been Titan Week here. This has been your conclusion. And as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people. Respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one.